Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to do a little review here. This is the Sig P320. This is the carry edition. There's different sizes. You have full size, which is the same height of the frame, but it's longer. Let me rephrase that. This is the carry size, but the full size has a longer barrel, same size and capacity of the grip frame. The carry model, shorter, a little easier carry. I don't know about you. When you're carrying, this is the most important thing. But generally, I don't want a 12-inch gun in my pants. You know what I'm saying? No jokes aside. But, I want something that's a decent size all around. Enough length where I have a good enough accuracy and carry capacity. But you can switch this out. Just get you a different magazine, flush fitting magazine to whatever frame you get, which is compact, or subcompact, which is I think 10. Then you have the compact, and then you have, which is 15, then you have the full size and the carry, which are both 17s. And for $50, you can change that out, different colorations, do whatever you want. And that's pretty cool. That's really what sets this gun aside from everything else, which whenever you think, why would you want to get this over an XD, you could throw it in a factor. Now, they say it's very modular, and you get caliber conversions, which I'm not a big fan of. If I'm gonna pay $400 or $450 for a caliber conversion, I might as well buy a new gun. I'd rather have something that I can stash around. You can get like an XD now for like $300. Love or hate XDs, they got a proven track record. About as reliable as a gun can get. But even M&Ps are running for good prices nowadays. So I would rather buy an extra gun, something I can stash somewhere, put in the bathroom or something in our backpack. So the review on this gun, I've got around 200 rounds, and this is not gonna be a pretty review. Nothing but jams. It went 80 rounds in, and I started getting a lot of jams. At first, it was doing failure to ejects, which was causing a double feed issue, and then it stopped doing the failure. Well, I'm not gonna say stopped. I didn't fire. I only put about 120 rounds into it after that, just to see what the gun would do. This was once time fluke, see how often it would do it, and then I was just like, I'm not wasting more ammo. I've got other things I could put ammo through than this, and it was then ejecting but failure to load, and it only happened one time, maybe, but I'm guessing a dead trigger. I don't know what the deal was with that. Maybe it was a light primer strike. I'm not sure. I should have checked it out when it happened. It was the first time it happened, and I had so many failures going on that I wasn't expecting it. When I popped it out, I picked the round up, put it to the side. Originally, I thought that what happened was when I fired, it wasn't loading the ram into it, extract and load, and I pulled the trigger, and nothing happened. I'm pretty sure I felt the click on it. I'm not sure. So maybe it was a light primer strike. After originally I thought it was a dead trigger, but it may have been a light primer strike. Normally I would have caught that, but this time it slipped my mind thinking about it. I haven't had that happen in a long time. But I put the round back in and ended up shooting it later. But I was shooting federal ammo. That's pretty much all I shoot nowadays. If I come across, I've got a lot older ammo I'll shoot up, but federal is about all I'll shoot. It was just 115 grain federal. That's what the Army uses. Lake City, doesn't get more proven around than federal. Federal brass, by the way. And I had that happen. And after that happened, I was done. I put about 200 something rounds through it. I didn't count almost a couple of the boxes of the 100 rounds. So this is going back to the factory. When it gets fixed, I'll probably end up selling it. See, the thing was with this gun is, anymore, I'm not so much of a collector. I'd like to be a collector, but I got other things in life that I put money towards that are more important, business and stuff like that, than just die-heartedly collecting. Guns are a tool first and foremost to me. They have to work. So there's a lot of reliable guns that are proven extremely reliable, Glock is a pistol, you can't really beat it. But there's some guns out there. I got this on a pretty good deal. It had night sights on it. I'm switching all my guns to night sights. That's one reason why I bought this, because it came with night sights. And it was a decent deal. But I'm about to switch all my other guns. M&P, proven reliability. I don't care what it is, whether it's Glock, AK, some guns once in a while, they're made by men. They will have a mechanical error of something. They'll miss a batch, or I worked with as a maintenance for a long time. Machines break down, you catch them, you fix it, try to catch the problem. Sometimes you miss some things. But anyway, I'll probably, this gun I was kind of iffy about, because it doesn't have that much of a proven reliability record. It's been out for a little bit, and people, you can go on YouTube and you can watch, I put 1,000 rounds through and it's reliable. 1,000 rounds isn't shit on a gun. You take, I think it's Battleground Las Vegas, or Battlefield, or whatever it is, Las Vegas. They're a big full auto rental range. They shoot hundreds of thousands of rounds to their gun, and some of the guns, they go 100,000 rounds, almost no failures at all. A gun is meant to last. Pistols, tolerances are tighter, and they're not going to last as much as a rifle, but I would guess a service life of, without changing a lot, you know, barrels and, you know, all that stuff, should be 30,000 to 40,000 rounds you should get through your gun. Say a Glock or something, that should be kind of before you need to do a drastic full everything change on it. Obviously there's small parts in there you need to change preventively before that, but you know what I'm saying, it just like their AK, like an AK, they shoot 100,000 rounds through full auto fire, mind you, and after that they have to change out everything. I took this on a whim, saying, okay, a lot of people spent some time through it. The Army chose it. They must have torture tested it pretty hard. But then after I had the problems with it, I started doing more and more research. I did a lot of research in the beginning, but I kind of just thought, a few flukes here and there. They had the recall on it with the trigger drop safety, and that thing's been fixed. Haven't heard any issues about that. They said they just lightened the trigger, but they did a lot in the mechanics. There's a few guys that got videos on it. But like a couple of Army, I don't know if it was Camp Carlson or something. I did a lot of history research. I might be getting my camps confused. But one of them had a lot of issues to start off with. Doesn't put a lot of faith in this gun to me. And I'm just thinking, you know what? The amount of money I spent on this, I should have put something else. It's probably what I'll do. When I get this back and get it fixed, I probably won't... probably still won't trust this in the long run, because I'm not going to put the amount of rounds into a gun that a lot of people are going to put into it. I'm not going to put 4,000 or 5,000 rounds to this gun. I've got too many guns, and I don't spend that much money. I shoot recreationally here and there, a few times a month, a few hundred rounds, probably through a few hundred for a few guns. Now, my AR-15's got around 5,000 rounds through it, but other than that, I got a couple AR-15s, you know. I tend to test everything. So, even 1,000 rounds, the only way, nothing can really beat Glock's reliability rating, or M&Ps have been pretty, you know, something that 10, 15 years have been really just put to the mill. XDs have been run. They're not my favorite guns, but they run. And I'd say about the only way. And even when you watch one person like Robski does an amazing job on everything, but 5,000 rounds on a gun really isn't nothing. And he sees a lot of failures in that, but I'd say the only way that one person could torture test a gun to its fullest, you'd have to buy like 100 guns and put 100,000 rounds through each one, and that would cost, I don't know, it'd be at least $500,000 at least in ammo. So I'm gonna stick with things that I know. So when I get this back and I get it fixed, I function check it, then I'm gonna sell it. So that's my review. I might end up buying another one day after this gun's more proven, and in 5 or 6 years, when the Army's put this gun through its paces and it's proven reliable to me, and that it. But I guess, you know, it's just a bad experience, but that's why I'm putting this out here, because it will possibly let more people know of issues. Now, Sig customer service wasn't too bad. I've just Googled, this is how I do it. I just Googled Sig customer service, and I think it gave me the wrong company. So yeah, so you have to go down a few things to actually find the customer service, or I might have looked in the package and called them, I'm not sure. But they was pretty friendly. Pretty simple process. They said it'd take 2 or 3 weeks to get it back. And I'll give you a brief little overview of those still thinking about it. Has been safety checked. Obviously, it comes with 2 magazines. Of the experiences, if this was as just a gun, not the hiccups I had. Trigger's not bad. Is it the best trigger in the world? No. It has got a little bit of slop, or not, I wouldn't call it slop. Yeah, I hate to call it slop. A little bit of take up, as most guns have, until you hit the wall, and then it creeps just a little bit into a fairly clean break. Is it my most accurate pistol? No, but I'm accurate with it. It's ample enough. The Sig night sights work great on it. Yeah, I'm not the only one to have this, but the first magazine I loaded, I'm a strong guy, and I've never had problems racking anything like on a shotgun. When I rack it, it goes all the way to the back and all the way to the front. I grabbed a hold of it. When you're loaded up to 17 rounds, and a lot of people's had this problem. I grabbed a hold of it, went to bring it back, and it got like right here, and my hand slipped off of it. And I grabbed it with decent enough authority, and it's the first round so tight. Now after that, the second magazine I loaded was probably the same situation, not near as bad because I knew to really rack it back. But after that, I was fine. Now I don't like that. What that makes me think, it will break in over time, but when you have this fully loaded, I generally like to top off my magazines on my pistols. Generally your rounds limited, and I like to carry that. So that you got one chamber, 17 plus 1. That means, if you don't know, 17 rounds in the magazine, full capacity, plus you load 1 in the chamber. That means your second shot is going to have supreme difficulty loading that round compared to all your subsequent rounds after that. I don't like that too much. It's a lot of work loading that round. If that's the only gun I've ever had this issue with, pulling back, and it will lose itself over time, but it's almost like when you designed it, you should have gave it 1 less. And if it was an issue, you should have gave us 1 less round. Yeah, I would, because all of us is going to try to load it up to the top anyway, so I don't know, you could have made that grip a millimeter longer, or what it needed to just give you a little bit better of a bulge. I don't know. Alright guys, take it easy. About to go send this thing off as we speak. I was doing a quick video before I sent it.